Would be indeed very poggers. I agree. I think Samdwidge can do it. Samdwidge is a pretty epic player. Oh my gosh, that was loud. I never know how loud players' game feeds are gonna be. Some people have their streams like whisper quiet, other people's like have their audio cranked all the way up. I got mad respect for the players that crank their game audio to max. Definitely do that. It's much better than having your audio too quiet. But either way, heading into Cascade, or excuse me, heading into Cap Kingdom. Apparently, Cap Skip on my mind.
No, I did the exact same thing when I was commentating earlier, so it's good.
They both start with C's. This is very nice of the developers.
Yeah.
They were thinking of the pro circuit commentators when they developed this game, apparently.
That does not shock me somehow.
Do you ever think we're gonna see a like Nintendo sponsored Pro League for any sort of Nintendo games?
I don't think that's gonna happen. Nintendo, obviously. I mean, if you look at what they're doing with Smash and what they've been doing for a long time with Sandwich, where are you going? You don't go up there, buddy. If you look at what they're doing with Smash, obviously they're just now having officially sanctioned tournaments after they've been going after a lot of tournaments. I know that they've, officially shut down Project M tournaments. Like, I'm at least glad that they're cool with all this, or maybe they just don't know about it or don't care or whatever. But,
I mean, I don't think they've ever shut down like just a standard game tournament. I think it's only been stuff where it's like modified game content.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sandwich is having some issues here on Topper. That is really unfortunate.
That is certainly unusual. I gotta say, I was talking up Sandwich. I'm a little bit disappointed in my gamer. I think he's gonna pull it back though. We are just in Cap Kingdom. There's plenty of time to make up.
Loads and loads of time.
We saw in the last race that Hey There had went for DSS like 8 times in a row or something before finally getting it. So we'll see if he ends up going for it here in Cascade. Could potentially be a little bit of time makeup, or maybe some time that Sandwich can't make up here, as if there is a DSS first try, that's a pretty big time save. It's like 10 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, just taking a look here. Hey There Cool 1 out of 5 in this tournament. I can't imagine he'll go for it today. Like we mentioned, nothing to play for. He's a huge favorite in this matchup. I believe this is a pre-record, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Hey There obviously had no idea where Samdwidge was at this point.
No, Samdwidge.
Which is not great so far. Obviously, very, very early in this race, and Sandwich has lots of opportunities to, correct course here. And in fact, Hey There will not be going for DSS. And is he going for chest clip? What was that? Is that a thing now?
I wasn't looking. What did I miss?
Did Hey There just have a brain fart? He went it looked like he was going for chest clip. He went way off to the left. Like way left of the bridge. And like almost into the water. It made no sense.
Hard to say. I mean, both players having some definite gamer moments so far.
Yes, certainly. Madam Brutal, that's this boss's name. I was calling her Mama Brutal earlier because I couldn't think of her name.
Mama Brutal.
Madam.
I mean, it might be true. I don't know if she's canonically the mother of the other Brutals, but they're all pretty ugly. I'm just gonna go out and say it. They're all pretty ugly. Really not a fan of Madam Brutal's style. They're like weird toothpaste hair. I really don't get it.
It is a children's video game. Generally, villains and bad characters are intentionally designed to be, unrootable for.
Like, her makeup looks like literally, I don't know, you see those like viral videos or images of like kids trying to do their own makeup, like some kid got into their mom's like makeup drawer and like just started drawing on their face. That's what it looks like to me. Anyways, enough ripping on Madame Brutal's appearance.
That's a pretty deep cut there. I was about to say.
I don't know. I don't have love for Madame Brutal. It's not very nice. She uses her pet as a weapon. Not a big fan of that.
Hey there going for chest clip, and I think this is going to be a sign of the times, because I know Hey there can go for DSS. I know Hey there can go for chest clip. I think he realizes at this point that there is pretty much nothing to play for. He's a giant favorite. A win, I think, will put him as the #1 seed, and in fact... What group are we in? Oh yeah, he would have the advantage over Danny Geffen anyway, because he had already beaten Danny Geffen. So yeah, this race completely... irrelevant to Hey there's standing.
What do you mean? This is the biggest race of the whole tournament so far, AC. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sorry, that did not occur to me.
I mean, one thing to keep in mind is that Hey there did win the cereal showdown versus Curry, so Reese's Puffs taking down Apple Jacks earlier this weekend.
Wow.
I think that was very important to.
That's a pretty monumental race that just happened there.
Yeah, that's something you won't find on the stat sheet. I don't know. Matt's maybe sleeping a little bit. I don't really know why the cereal stats aren't on the stat sheet, but
yeah,
maybe if we could work on that.
Brand of cereal. Maybe next tournament. Actually, can you give me like 15 seconds?
No. Full attention required. So we are rolling into Sand Kingdom here. Heading up to the fountain, but of course we're going to be doing DSTA first before grabbing the moons up here, the bird as well as the church moon. Not really entirely sure what it's actually called, as every single runner that I watch play this game plays in Chinese, and I do not speak Chinese.
Yeah, that makes two of us, and probably the entire community as well. Anime and I were discussing earlier that nobody knows any of the names of moons in this game, and that's a pretty common theme across the 3 Mario series.
Yeah, when I play this game, I play it in English, and my whole point is so that I can understand the language and know all the names of the moons, but then I just forget to read the names of the moons because I'm too busy trying to remember how to play the game. Sadly.
On the bright side, a double DSTA.
I do know that that moon is called Employees Only. Caster of the Year Award. Please give it to me.
1 down, 879 to go. Technically like 2,300 or something. If you count buying 100 in all of the kingdoms, because you can technically get up to 999. I was always hoping that Nintendo would like patch this game and put a 4th digit on the moon count, so you could get 9,999 moons.
Oh. Not sure how I feel about that. Not sure how I feel about the sand jam from Hey there either. It's gonna work.
Oh,
looking pretty
yeah,
hyped about it too. I think I saw a "Let's Go" come out of Hey there's mouth there, as Samdwidge gonna be replying back with his own sand jam.
That was pretty iffy on Hey there's side. That bullet bill was way off to the left, but somehow he found that capture.
Hey there finds a way. Samdwidge throwing that cap back, trying to grab the bullet bill on the backswing, unable to snag it. Gonna be having to grab it with the second cap throw, but should have enough time here. Maybe a little bit close. We have seen players relatively high caliber miss this pillar moon, which is kind of a Monk-esque situation. Hey, they're going for reverse Jaxie. Not super exciting.
A little bit of a bobble there, but he's got it. But, as is Samdwidge. Interesting.
Yeah, 2 players going for reverse Jaxie. Pretty popular movement at this point. Lots of players opting for it.
I think most players in Division A have been going for reverse, and incidentally, most players in Division B have been going for regular Jaxie, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, even a lot of players in Division B going for that reverse Jaxie. It's not the hardest movement to do. The thing about it is it's hard to save time. But even with tricks like that, with movement like that, stats like that in general, if you can do it, even if you're not saving time, it's generally better to, you know, get in that rhythm. Try to get the movement down rather than practicing something that isn't optimal to begin with.
And a moment ago, Samdwidge was able to line up the bullet bill to break the box. I'm surprised Hey there didn't go for that. He actually captured a bullet bill and grabbed it manually, or broke the box manually, excuse me. I was really surprised to see Samdwidge go for that, but Hey there not going for it.
Yeah, I think Hey there just messed up the strategy there a little bit, unfortunately, but Definitely
that
has
makes
a little
sense.
bit of room to play with. We grabbing
Nice
the no
single throw
smooth.
notes. Samdwidge not going to get it. He's going to need a second throw.
2 throws is illegal. Gonna have
Yeah,
to
unfortunately, that's going to be a disqualification.
dock some points off the roster. Unacceptable.
Yeah, Hey There Cool moving up to 2 for 3 this season. And upcoming, we have Lake Clip. Now, this is interesting because I would expect that Hey There Cool would go for Lake Clip every time, but it looks like in one of his 2 races so far, he didn't go for it. Samdwidge has gone for it both times with a 2 out of 5. So I'm curious to see, since we had talked about Hey There Cool going for safer strategies that he usually doesn't go for, if he's going to go for Lake Clip today or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a decision-based thing or if it's just whatever Hey There's vibing with on any given day. It's hard to really tell. I feel like Hey There is a very just like go with the flow type runner. I mean, we saw him in the last race that he was in, literally doing ICC attempts just because his opponent was like, "Hey, do ICC, Kappa." So, yeah, I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't put too much thought into the inner workings of Hey There's mind. A little bit hard to see what's going on there. You've got a little bit of a glimpse at the detached Joy-Cons there. Which he is not.
Hey There is having a moment.
Yeah, getting possessed by a demon, perhaps unable to do a down throw. I was just bringing up the. I was just bringing up the detached Joy-Cons. That's the thing about detached Joy-Cons is sometimes you just can't really make them do exactly what you want them to do. Hey There, of course.
Having a lot of it. Wow, there goes the camera too.
Oh man.
Just knocked it over. Samdwidge is was having a ton of issue with Lake Clip. We see some rage captures come in. He just made a real mess of that, taking like 5 attempts or so. At a point, it almost makes you wonder if it's just worth backing out of it. But again, he is very incentivized to go for riskier strategies. Losing means basically nothing. Winning would mean, pulling a giant upset. And indeed, we see Hey There Cool has shut off his camera after that incident. And as we know on the internet, you can't take stuff back on the internet. So everyone's seen it now, and there's no way to ever get rid of it.
I mean, I think it was less of like the reaction on the face cam that made him turn off the camera and more of the fact that, I don't know, when you're on face cam, there's like, I don't know, it depends on the person, but for everybody, I feel like at some point you're like, it kind of like shifts your mental a little bit. Like at some part in the back of your brain, you're like, some people are looking at me. Whereas if you have your webcam on, it's like you never think about that. It's like impossible.
Yeah, I actually am one of those people that really dislikes face cams. I never use it when I stream, and I actually don't even use it at work. Just, I don't know, weirds me out. Samdwidge all done. Hey There Cool is going to have a decent-sized lead, although not a giant one, actually. I would think it would be a little bigger than this, but he's only in the lead by about maybe 20 seconds.
Well, I think we just perhaps overanalyzed that because the camera is back. I guess it might have been just a jostle of the USB cable. There was quite a little bit of motion on the side of Hey There, so it's definitely believable. As webcam is back, we are inwarded.
Yep, both runners have 100 coins. They had 100 coins all the way back in sand, so they should be fine on coins for the rest of the race.
That's one funny thing about commentating is that sometimes you'll like pick up on something that happens in a race or like movement or like something a racer does in the webcam, and you just like sit here and talk about it for like 5-10 minutes, and then you ask the player in the interview and they're like, nah, I just didn't feel like doing that, or like, nah, that was an accident. I just like accidentally hit the A button. Like the commentators in the background like, wow, that must be a new strategy they've just developed. That looks faster. They're like, no, that's definitely not faster.
I felt like it. Yeah, that's That can be a little annoying at times. Interestingly, samdwidge is 0 for 1 on Nutclip, which is very interesting. So one of his 2 races, he went for a backup route instead of going for Nutclip. Again, realizing that he's going to have to pull something out of the hat to pull an upset here against Hey There, who has just successfully completed a Nutclip, and looks like he's going to get out of bounds movement as well. I would think that samdwidge is going to go for it here, but we will see. Hey There completes the out of bounds movement. He is well on pace.
Oh my goodness, going for an up throw. Can't bounce there, not gonna get it. Will we get the clip out of bounds though? Looks like
Nice moonsink.
it
Gets
is
out of
gonna
bounds.
be effective, but this out of bounds movement proving a little bit difficult. Hey There was really fast at it, so taking all these bonks is kind of rough. Oh,
Well, he's
that's
going
deep
out of
woods.
bounds. No, he's in deep woods. Oh no. Oh no. That is a disaster. At a point after all those bonks, you almost just want to...
You know what I think it is? I think that this is just a new route that samdwidge has been developing. This is really interesting to watch. Definitely an intentional strategy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some arbitrary code execution with nut placements that can lead to warping to the credits. Unfortunately, I don't think he got it successfully there. We'll have to see later on.
I think it's quadruple frame perfect inputs on 3 different elements there, so we'll have to see if that plays out. Definitely a risky strategy.
Yeah, it's frame perfect and pixel perfect, so I think he realized he wasn't going to get it. So now he'll have to go get the Piranha Moon, and getting out of Deep Woods was a huge time loss.
No.
Now, compounding issues. Thankfully, samdwidge is going to stick with the run. Hopefully we see something cool out of him, but so far, this run has been a struggle to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, if samdwidge can pick up the pieces and recompose himself, I definitely think, you know, it's not quite over yet. Hey There, a very, very strong runner, very consistent, but I have definitely seen Hey There have his moments. Don't want to bring up any specifics, but I can tell you for certain Hey There has had some problems in the past in races, and when you play that many races, I mean, Hey There's in so many tournaments. One or 2 of them are going to slip through the cracks, but we'll see if that happens today.
Yeah, it's bound to happen eventually. Unfortunately, that bound to happen eventually has been happening for samdwidge in this race so far.
I don't know what you're talking about. This has been perfect gameplay. I believe in samdwidge.
Quick cycle on the first half of the passageway.
As long as we don't have a second deep woods, I think we call this wooded a success.
Well, this pipe underground passageway thing was not quite a success for Hey There, but he was able to clean it up a half cycle later, so solid backup there. Hey There's going to be headed out of Wooded and onto Cloud. Samdwidge gonna go for FRS though, missing the triple jump and gonna have to line up a dive vault. Which is good.
Having a lot of trouble here. I mean, you can see it in samdwidge's movement. He's pretty flustered right now. Not really making, you know, when runners are in their, you know, zone, they're really feeling the Mario gameplay. They're jumping directly where they need to do. Everything's very intentional. All dives are calculated. You're dodging the cap bounce as much as possible, but once you see players just kind of side flipping past moons and doing jump dives and all sorts of nonsense like that, you can tell the run's getting to them.
100%. And a hint art for Hey There. That's always good to see. I'll see it in a little bit of time, Metro.
Insane.
Samdwidge, he might be short on this.
Oh my god!
That close to a second Deep Woods.
So scary. I'm
Speaking of scary, there we go. And as Gambiri points out, mindset is a massive, massive element of really any kind of game or sport, but especially in speedrunning. You know, I talk a lot about compounding effects. You make one mistake and it causes you to make another, and then those two mistakes cause you to make two more. Just a domino effect.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I really like about no reset race environments versus the no LTA format. We were talking about it a little bit during
LTA
this
format.
What I say?
You said no LTA. You said no LTA.
Oh man, I was thinking about no LTS and Jack and Daxter. I mixed the two together. Either way, yeah. But like events like the Sleep 16 tournament where, you know, you can do as many resets as you want over 8 hours. You can literally, like, you're having a bad time. You just did like 4 bad runs in a row. You just take a break, go eat food. You can literally take a nap and come back and do another run. Whereas in a no reset race, you show up and your first reset is what you got to stick with. So it's a completely different environment from speedruns in general.
There are definitely pros and cons to both.
Nope,
And
you can
I
only
do
have
like
one.
that we've had both formats here.
More than one format is illegal. It's against the code of conduct. I do believe the Twitch police will be onto us if we do multiple tournaments. I think that's the rules. It's like, hey, they're going to be going for the Prison Moon here. Not going to be opting for Cage Triple, which is respectable.
Yeah, I mean, this
Doesn't
is
save much time.
very uncharacteristic out of Hey There. He's a number 5 seed in this tournament, which, given that we have 5 buys out of this tournament into the league coming up beginning of next year, that, you know, this really puts him among the top 10 active runners. And to see him go for this kind of movement to me is very surprising. He obviously realizes, you know, the circumstances of this run and just wants to put up a good run heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, there are 7 slots in the league open. Small correction.
No, there were 5 auto people. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
There are 7 coming from this tournament, but you gave 5 people buys in. So those 5 plus...
It wasn't really a buy, it was just they qualified from the last league.
Yeah. So if you put those 5 ahead of the any percent open people, Hey There is 5th. So it would put him 10th total in the grand list of Mario Odyssey players. That was my point.
Point taken. So another point to definitely make here is that Hey There Cool is entering Night Metro as Sandwich is just now entering Lost Kingdom. So that's a little bit of a scary situation if you are a Sandwich fan.
Lost Kingdom is about a 2.5 minute kingdom, so that kind of gives you an idea of where Sandwich is currently at.
Yeah, one thing
Definitely
that we can...
shows the devastating effects of the Deep Woods.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were seeing the chinks in the armor way before the Deep Woods. Even in Cap Kingdom, we were having some trouble. Hey There, on the other hand, having some really clean movement here in Study Hall. Sandwich taking a fall here in Lost Kingdom. I was just about to compliment Sandwich on the fact that he managed to grab that butterfly moon without falling, but I'm glad that I didn't, because people would have said that I cursed him. Oh,
And he's just fallen again, and he's gotten kleptoed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that is in fact not part of the route.
Yeah, to be clear, Samdwidge made it into Division A. He's one of the better players in Division A. He's much better than this run is currently indicating, but a Deep Woods and a Klepto in the same run is just absolutely devastating. he thankfully is able to get Klepto back relatively quickly, but this is going to put him behind by at least 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to comment on as well when we're talking about no reset races. Know on your backups. A lot of players, especially when they're doing resets for PB, if you get kleptoed, you're just done. You just hit the reset button, or
Yeah.
well, in this game, the reset 12 buttons, because you gotta open up your menus.
Hey, there's
oh,
Mr.
no.
Cycle on Mecha Wiggler.
Yeah. I think Hey There might have just
Wow.
passed out from that fail, unfortunately. Perhaps
And
unable to
obviously, this
complete the
being a
run.
pre-record, Hey There doesn't realize that he is in a giant lead. Samdwidge still in Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, has woken up from
Only
his
a
nap, though.
single shot needed to finish off this boss. There it is. Very frustrating for Hey There. Samdwidge finally taking a death as he was unable to get the bridge skip. Does have the required moves to get out of the kingdom, thankfully, and this is a kingdom that Samdwidge is going to want to forget real quick. I mean, it's a thumbs down because, again, he doesn't realize the lead that he has. If this were a live race, he might be in a little bit better of spirits.
No, I think if Hey There was watching the race live, I think that Hey There would still be in a very similar mindset. I don't think any runner at Hey There's caliber misses a 2-cycle wiggler and is happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, he would obviously be frustrated at his own play because he's also better than his run is currently indicating. But at the same time, you know, he might not be as concerned about it. Not realizing where Samdwidge is, he might start to get frustrated, go for a lot of riskier strategies because he thinks that he's going to be behind. You know, God forbid, he might just turn his console off and go home, not realizing that he would have won if he just finished out the run. So, again, it's mindset. Does he realize that he's still the heavy favorite in this match?
Yeah, I can say with an extreme degree of certainty that neither player will forfeit. A little bit of a spoiler there, so.
Oh, that's good.
Won't spoil much in these races, but yeah. No forfeits. Pretty much if someone forfeits a pre-record, we're not going to show it. There's really no point.
Right. But also, Hey There doesn't know this because he doesn't realize that this race is currently on. I mean, now he realizes this race.
What if Hey There is from the future and knows the exact outcome of the race before entering it?
Then I would assume he would know better than to have a 3-cycle Mecha Wiggler. Yeah, gotcha on that one. Samdwidge is going to be exiting tower here. Hey There had a Goomba Heck. Samdwidge didn't go for it. Hey There going to be heading into bullet building. Not a surprise that he goes for it. As I mentioned earlier, most or all Division A players are going to go for bullet building. The inverse usually true of Division B. And just quickly checking, Samdwidge also goes for bullet building. He's 1 for 2, whereas Hey There is going to be a perfect 3 for 3 in the group stage.
Very cool. We'll see if Samdwidge is able to lock down the 2-cycle here. Usually not a big deal, but it will be a decent time save over Hey There if he's able to nab it. Of course, pretty big difference at this point, so definitely something to keep in mind, but it's not, you know, an end-all be-all by any means. There's going to be a lot of time to cover still. We've had quite a few flubs on Samdwidge's side.
Okay, there we go. Well, that was a lot of confidence in that shot. Already was aiming for the Mecha Wiggler, as Hey There having some issues getting that full moon. But Samdwidge already aiming, thinking that that shot was going to hit, and that was one of the last possible shots before it would have become a 3-cycle. Hey There into People's Room. Samdwidge just gonna now be heading to Day Metro. And so, Hey There Cool is going to be out of Day Metro. Kind of the halfway point of the game. And Samdwidge way behind. Although getting a drive-by there, so that's a nice confidence builder. It's kind of at a point where it's like given the state of this game, it's like a 21-point lead going to the locker room, and you got to tell your team, hey, it's going to take a lot, but we're technically not out of this. We just got to go in and erase that from our minds and play our best, which is a lot easier said than done.
What's a locker room?
That's a great question. Hey, they're going to be off to Snow Kingdom.
I like Snow Kingdom. It has nice inhabitants. They're funny little round dudes, and they make funny noises.
Yeah,
Big
it also
fan.
has your favorite meme of guessing slide times for Bound Bowl, which we are not going to be doing.
Get your Bound Bowl time guesses in the chat to let us know. If you guess the correct Bound Bowl time to the millisecond, we will gift you a sub. It's actually pretty poggers.
Hey, they're going to clear out all of the snow in front of Captain Toad, as Sandwich just missed the slot machine. Have to start completely over, getting a... Oh, and he missed it again! Oh, this is rough. He's almost out of coins.
Alright, nobody look at Sandwich's screen. You're making him nervous.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we're fine.
This is rough. This hurts to watch, because again, I know Sandwich is a much better player than this run is indicating. But it's just all falling apart. I mean, it nearly was. Yeah, I mean that was tragic to an extent. Certainly not as tragic as it would have been if he had to get a backup moon. I'm not even sure what the backup moon is there.
You just go for musician's route.
Yeah. I would figure as much. Usually it's, again, reset the console, but not much of a choice in a race.
Yeah, I gotta say, a couple of things I appreciate at Sandwich. Not only are we still going, but we're also not spamming the rage capture button. That is very poggers. Especially since it's a pre-record. Like, on the off chance that Sandwich is, like, ahead and we have Sandwich's audio on, I love just listening to this capture taken audio recording for, like, 5-10 minutes straight. It's my favorite thing ever. I think Red Lunatic did it for literally like 20 minutes one time, and I thought I was gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, I don't see why you do that, because that just uses up so much room on your game console, and it's got to be really annoying to get rid of those captures. Samdwidge.
You gotta show the audience you're frustrated somehow. I mean, rage capture is a great way to do it. I don't know. I feel like 1 or 2 it gets the point across. I feel like once you get to like the 500 mark, that's a bit excessive.
Yeah, certainly.
And with colliding Mario's head with a railing there. Hey There Cool is able to clear Goombaroom.
I'm sure Samdwidge wants to bash his head into a railing as this run is not going well.
I hope Sandwich is doing
I hope he doesn't. Hey There Cool thankfully does not go for ICC. Again, he doesn't realize he's in a lead.
Yeah,
not that he would go for ICC in a lead anyway.
Sandwich's capture card perhaps feeling the pressure here in this run, switching down to 15 FPS mode. You hate to see it.
And hey, they're gonna bail out of a snowdram.
Yeah, I have seen Hey There have some troubles with the snowdram in the past, but definitely has the skills to do it, just needs to get the nerves under control.
And he's got it, so at least he didn't take a fall there. Did use up a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's definitely not a big deal. Missing snowdram once is obviously not what you want to do, but especially not falling down. Missing it one time is not a huge time loss. It's really once you fall all the way down once, twice, 3 times, that's when it starts to become a problem.
Yeah, I mean, in the race I commentated earlier, Speed missed Snowdram and still won the race. So missing Snowdram is definitely not the biggest thing in the world. Although Deep Woods and getting Kleptoed, I would think are close to 1 and 2. Which, again, I want to emphasize. I know it sounds like I'm kind of bullying Samdwidge here, and I might agree with that assessment. But
Why you bully?
Samdwidge is an excellent Super Mario Odyssey player. He made it into Division A. He is just unfortunately at the worst possible time having not a great run. Hey, they're already on to Seaside. Samdwidge going for a standard route, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not grabbing shop early as a Division A runner, everything's going to be okay. We're not going for ICC. That clip looks a little bit janky. Yeah, I'm not going to have it. Not a huge steal, though. Just something to go for on the side. It doesn't save a ton of time. It's just like a second or two.
Yep.
I'd be surprised if it saved 2 seconds, honestly.
I think it only saves like 1 second. No clip there from Hey There Cool. Again, going for safer strategies. That's really been the name of this game. He has to figure, even with the 3-cycle Mecha Wiggler, that he's got to be ahead.
I mean, I think a lot of
Or
players
he's just not comfortable with that clip.
I think a lot of players just haven't even tried that. Like, period.
He's 0 for 1, so he did try it once.
Oh.
Definitely a sign of 2 different run styles. Only went for late clip once, only went for that clip once. And it's definitely interesting to see a player go for, 2 different routes. Usually, players, even when they're way ahead or way behind, stick to the route that they're most comfortable with.
Oh, Samdwidge
is going to take another death.
Oh.
That's his second of the match.
That's a bit tough to watch. I mean, okay, we're going for more Goomba vectoring. Some of the most lighthearted vectoring I've ever seen. Not really going for any steep angles there. Probably not saving much time. I feel like we could have just stayed on the ground, especially after just taking a death. Samdwidge, not afraid, at the very least.
Yeah, he's sticking with his plan. Hey There Cool, gonna be out of Seaside and heading into Luncheon. Samdwidge is gonna be headed to the shop. Yeah, spoiler alert, Cappy, we will not be going into those other 2 rooms, so you will never know what is below that, and I am unfortunately going to have to inform you that it is very fun what is below that. And you will never be there, except in the many alternate universes in which you are. To world peace. Just in general. Into Luncheon Kingdom goes Hey There Cool as Samdwidge lines up his... Oh, wow, not even a salt triple from Hey There Cool. Samdwidge lining up for Snowdram. Oh, no. He's gonna bonk. Does get a quick map, though. Obviously not going for Spiritless, and wow! He is as surprised as we are that he was able to get onto that platform. It looked like he was going to take his first death of the match. Samdwidge, meanwhile, getting Snowdram's second attempt.
That was ridiculous. He was like on the platform already and then grabbed pads, and then it looked like he was falling off and just like, I don't know, he almost just like magnetized to the cliff. That was kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like that. That was interesting. Got Hey There Cool here entering this little sub area. Probably one of the worst thought out sub areas of all time. I don't know why they just stuck this moon around the corner. But, you know.
I guess the
SML
logic
moons
is
for
that you wouldn't notice it if you're coming in, like, at a straight angle, but if you move your camera around and explore, then you'll find it pretty easily. That would be my guess of what the logic was behind that. Hey there, cool. Gonna grab a crate moon. Samdwidge taking a couple bonks here, having some trouble getting over that hump. He does get this moon pretty nicely, though. That's usually a room where you see a lot of players struggle, but he was able to get it very cleanly. We'll see if he goes for the clip. He's going for it. He's 1 for 1 so far in this tournament. And does that look good? Ah, it wasn't. Clean forks room from Heather.
I think we need to see some more support for Samdwidge in the chat. I think that's definitely the issue here with this race, isn't that Samdwidge is having a mental breakdown. It's definitely that there's not enough support in the chat for our gamer. Seen plenty of Hey There supporters in the chat. Where are the Samdwidge supporters at? Rise up.
We're definitely hoping for a clean finish. Oh, hey there, accidentally killing the fry guy.
I've never heard him called a fry guy.
I thought that was what it was called, because he's throwing frying pans.
I mean, maybe. I've never heard that, though. Is that really the name of them?
Or wait a minute. Is it a...
I like that. I'm calling them fry guys from now on. I've heard pan bros most of the time.
You got me curious.
I like fry guy. I'm gonna start calling them fry guys. You know, I hate to be that commentator that just tries to hype up a race that seems to be all but concluded, but we've seen comebacks that are more ridiculous than this.
Oh, sure.
We've seen some
I mean,
absolutely...
one Pillar's death, and
this
race is very close again.
We've seen some absolutely, like, Looney Tunes style comeback stories at the very end of the game so far, just in this tournament alone, so... I mean, let alone the World Peace Tournament and past SMO tournaments.
Apparently it's just a hammer, bro.
No, it's a pan, bro. It's at least a pan, bro. I'm calling them fry guys from now on.
Yep, agreed.
It's 100% the name. Samdwidge doing a spin throw. That is unfortunately not something you can't bounce off of. Chat sending positive vibrations to Samdwidge. I think that's definitely going to help out. The reason why we got that moon there. Just need more positive vibes. Send your prayers, your energies.
Oh, and Samdwidge is gonna... Oh, I forgot that platform was there. He's not going to take a death.
Yeah, it's a very convenient platform.
Yeah. That avoids the third death of the match for Samdwidge. We've definitely seen more than 2 deaths in a race, even in Division A. I think Doge had, what, 10? Point is, 2 deaths in a race is pretty close to that. Hey there, cool. Gonna be into the Ruined Kingdom, which is our reminder to let you know that this tournament and many of our other events here at the Global Speedrun Association are brought to you by the Urban Arts Partnership. The Urban Arts Partnership works with underprivileged kids, gets them into college with a 100% success rate in college placement, which is very important nowadays. They teach kids a lot of valuable skills through game design. Obviously, STEAM skills incredibly important. I always point out coding as a very important example. 50% women as well, which I find pretty interesting. There's not a whole lot of girls in game design, so it does bring me great joy to see that gender barrier is starting to collapse. Starting to get more of a representative community.
Heck yeah.
So definitely do go out, check out the Urban Arts Partnership. And thank you again to the Urban Arts Partnership for providing the prize pool for this 8% Open.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that stat right. A lot of times, I feel like people see that 100% number and then they just make up whatever. They're just like, yeah, 100% of students graduate college and get a job, and it's just like, read the stat, please.
Yeah.
I having to
don't want to overpromise. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty to say about UAP. We don't gotta make up the statistics. They are there on the spreadsheet or the Google Doc or whatever it is.
Right. Hey there, cool. All done with Ruined. Samdwidge just now heading into Forks.
Did you know that the School of Interactive
wow,
Arts from UAP is an actual, like, live hands-on learning environment? Like, it's an actual school situation. It's pretty poggers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hit Potabu movement.
What is Sam's profile picture? Is that a Pokemon? What is that?
I don't think it's a Pokemon. If it is a Pokemon, it's somebody's rendering of a Pokemon. That's certainly not official Game Freak artwork. At least, I wouldn't think it would be official Game Freak artwork.
Are the two yellow, like, balls on his face, like a butt or
yeah.
a mouth?
I certainly hope it's one of those two things. Moreover, there are like 900 something Pokemon now. Next
there's a
generation, I
couple.
think we're gonna get to 1,000.
No, they're just gonna stop adding Pokemon. I asked them on Reddit to stop making Pokemon, so I think they'll definitely stop now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's time to stop.
Brooksy says that they can complete this game in 3 minutes blindfolded. Well, there's that arbitrary code execution that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, blindfolded must be all muscle memory. That's really impressive that you can manage such a feat.
Ha! It is in fact a Pokemon.
It's called Puncation, apparently. Oh, Samdwidge gonna take a death here. Oh no, we're getting the Ultra back up. No! Okay, we're fine.
Wow. Good save.
That was terrifying.
Brave Athens, as always, telling us what we're supposed to be doing. And I have confirmed that is, in fact, its mouth.
Nice.
Hey, they're cool with a very clean shards.
Puncation, yeah. Exactly.
Hey there, cool, getting the flag. Flags are very important, even though there's a flag right up here too. You know, just in case. Hey, they're gonna go Harriet first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the developers thought that players were gonna have a really hard time navigating that zero pitfall environment to the next wire. Maybe get lost on the way to the shop and just jump off the side of the cliff.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just so that players can work in the shop. Shout out to that one island between the 5th and 6th hubs in Galaxy that, like, has the coolest star in the game and nothing else.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't beaten Galaxy
that,
still.
like, do you know anything about Galaxy?
I still have not beaten that game, no.
Okay. It introduces this really cool flying mechanic that is never used for any relevant purpose ever again after that one star. Kind of sad.
Always good when games do that. At least, I mean, at least the way you're describing it, it's like a good mechanic.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's an awesome mechanic.
Some games have
it's
like
like
half-baked
Wing Cap.
ideas.
It's like Wing Cap, but you don't like gradually lose speed and height. You just keep going forever and ever until the cap runs out.
Pog.
You have to like collect 100 purple coins on the planet that you start the game on. So it's used again in the hub world, but I don't think it's used in like, it's not used in like any stars after that. So you can just like fly around the hub world for fun with it, but it's kind of boring. Kind of a lazy application, if you ask me. Maybe we need to get some more game designers, and that's where the Urban Arts Partnership comes in. I'm not doing it.
The Urban Arts Partnership is a multi-year college prep program.
Fitness gram pacer test. So hey there is climbing this wall with a Pokio. Oh, by the way, follow these racers and follow the casters as well, and Matsy. Very important that you follow Matsy. Hey, they're heading up to Mecha Brutal, and usually a fall off of Mecha Brutal can be a pretty seismic event in the match. With this type of a lead, it would take a lot of falls, that is for sure. And
Oh, what are you doing to him,
one, right
AC? What are you doing to him? Why would
Right
you
on
do that?
cue.
I know you want to
it's
have
not like
it
it's
be a
PvP
close
run,
race.
you know, we gotta make it a little more interesting.
Come on. You don't gotta do my man hey there like that. What are you thinking? Alright, he's recovering. Easy clap. That was a kind of scary jump dive there, but managed to succeed. You love to see it.
A lot of focus on Hey There Space right now. Leaning into the screen.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that Harry was last brutal for some reason.
No,
I
it's
didn't realize that we didn't hit the second one.
See where it. I don't know what Hey There is doing right now. I guess he's DMing a friend, perhaps, but
Putting on some tunes. That's my guess.
I would think the game audio would be pretty important. It would give you, like, audio indicators or something.
Nah,
But I guess after you've played this a number of times.
the true power gamer play is to just turn on the tunes, turn off the game audio. That's how you truly become one with the Mario.
Yeah. I know people... I'm not going into another unrelated Mario game.
Why not?
I don't know. Just done it a bunch already.
Anyway, Super Mario Land 2, really cool game for the Game Boy. Love that game. Poggers.
Well, see, I figured you were more likely to yell at me for starting to talk about...
As
Super
long as
Mario
we're not
Maker
talking
2.
about football, I'm fine. As long as
Except
we're
for
not
that
talking
football
about.
reference I made earlier.
Okay,
that you- I
yeah,
don't think
yeah,
you were
but
here for.
that's kind of relevant. That's not just like being like,
Yeah, it
hey,
was
the
an
Lions
analogy. It
won,
was-
the Lions won their playoff game or whatever we were
I
talking
don't even
about.
know who's playing tonight. Like,
Thank God.
Saren does quite frequently yell at my watching football in the background, but there's currently none going on.
I'm fine with you watching
There's
football in the
only this
background.
race.
It's just
It's
we
the
don't
only
need to talk
sport.
about it on the stream.
See, there it is again.
What?
Hey, there's gonna be heading into Moon Kingdom.
This is like when
Sandwich
mom and dad
finishing
fight
up
in front of their
shards.
kids. This is kind of embarrassing.
This is par for the course for us, though. Seems like this happens every time we commentate. I can't imagine hey they're going for anything fancy here, except obviously for Moonskip.
I think he's gonna do Moon
wow,
Cave.
samdwidge.
He's gonna do a moon cave. Check it out. Watch it. Oh, look at. Is he going for? Oh no. Dang. It's been a while since I've seen a moon cave
interestingly,
flex
like-
in a race.
Samdwidge almost fell off of the stage. Yeah, but this is not a moon cave sized lead for Hey There by any stretch.
Yeah, it is.
Sandwich
It totally
was gonna
is.
fall off of the stage, and actually successfully getting Bowser Dream saved him from another death. So that's a pretty big relief. He was able to collect the moon, and now he's fighting Topper first.
I think we could almost do moon cave twice.
The difference between you and me is I was like expressing remorse for possibly bullying Sandwich. You're just going for it.
It's not bullying. I'm just saying. I mean, I think Sandwich knows that this race was not optimal.
No. I mean, he is well aware that this is, I'm sure he's been well aware since Wooded Kingdom, more or less, that he was not going to win this race. Hey There might not be so sure. He did have some issues with Mecha Wiggler. Otherwise, pretty clean play. Can't think of anything major that he's done. Otherwise, he's had, you know, a pretty decent run, even with relatively clean or relatively safe movement. Samdwidge having a little bit of a problem with Harriet, had missed a couple bombs there. Hey There on a much more consequential fight. It is the final boss of the game.
Kind of an anticlimactic final boss, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like there have been a lot of 3D Mario games with less than climactic bosses, although this one also has an escape sequence a la Ocarina of Time. Since I'm just gonna...
I think it's more like Halo 3.
Every game I can think of.
It's much more like Halo 3 in my opinion. I mean, it's even got the same color scheme. Ocarina of Time is like, I don't know, it's like same concept, I guess, but you're like going down. It's kind of like reverse Metroid style escape.
That makes sense. So I guess Metroid would be the ideal analogy. Because you have to like get on the ship while the world is burning.
Yeah, chat pointing out that Hey There could actually bop Sandwich's PB with this run, which is something that is definitely interesting to point out. Hey There had a couple of mistakes throughout the run, but definitely playing very well here.
Yeah, I mean, it would take like a 55 pillars, but I don't know if pillar starts from movement or from fade out on the last slash. I don't know that that's going to happen anymore. There's a little bit of a bobble there on that first pillar. Samdwidge is going to be looking for a good Mecha Wiggler to close things out.
Mecha who?
Mecha Brutal. That's what I said.
Exactly. I didn't hear anything different.
Hey, they're very pleased with how things are going. Sam with a target, or a topper acquire, excuse me. Slash of the wire, and he is going to tie Samdwidge's PB with a 1:00:55. Hey, they're closing out a perfect 3-0 group stage. Already knew going into this match that he was headed to the knockout stage. Oh, missing topper acquired to Samdwidge, and he just clipped.
Missing who?
Through, I think Samdwidge just clipped through Mecha Brutal. I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know if he did. You can clip through Mecha Brutal, but I'm not sure if that's what happened. I didn't quite see. Pressing the buttons behind the scenes here.
Makes sense. In any event, Hey There knew he was going to move on to the knockout stage, but even though he was pretty frustrated earlier, he's got to be happy with how this run. And he goes into that knockout stage with lots of momentum.
Yeah, I think Hey There's
Samdwidge
definitely
obviously going to be leaving us in a couple minutes' time. Switch over game audio to him.
What? Did you just ask me to switch the game audio?
No, I thought you did switch the game audio.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
I was saying that you switched the game audio.
Okay, I was like, bruh.
Hi.
Weird chap.
I got you. Yeah. Mentioning that you did.
Why you bullying me?
We are going to stick here with Samdwidge's run as we watch him finish out the Moon Kingdom. Hopefully things go well. Just quickly taking a look here at his previous runs. He had a 1:03:44 against Danny Geffen. Unfortunately, Danny got him by about 9 seconds. Tough break there. He put up a 1:03:22 against Curie, and that was another close loss because Curie had a 1:03 even, so a 21-second difference. 22 if you don't count milliseconds, because it was like 0.9. Anyway, so Samdwidge came in with 2 1:03s. Today he is 1:03 into Moon just because of how this race turned out. 2 close losses really derailed Samdwidge's tournament. Overall, I think he has a lot to be proud of. Just 2 really tough breaks, and today a couple of things that, you know, don't usually happen in runs and that would be immediate resets. I think this is really not representative of the vast skill Samdwidge has at this game. Just unfortunate, really unfortunate that it had to end this way.
Yeah, I'm definitely sad to see that Samdwidge was unable to pull things together today. Definitely wanted to see it at least be a close one. Of course, would have had to PB in order to take the win here, but unfortunately, maybe just not super focused on this race. Probably knew there was not a lot on the line, so
Right.
pulling up to the match, you know, not really super into it. Maybe not practicing beforehand.
That was a close
being
roll in that
reality.
bridge. That was pretty risky.
It was all part of the plan. It's
Yep.
time save right there. It's efficient.
Yep. I'm sure Hey There's trying to tell us something, but we do not have his audio on, so that's a shame. Yeah, Samdwidge pretty much knew that it was either going to be, you know, a seismic upset of Hey There or a pretty inconsequential loss, as we mentioned in the open. He had already come into this race eliminated. The only thing he had going for him, that was dark. Let me try rewording that. The only thing he had to play for today was, you know, that upset, just playing spoiler essentially and making a name for himself on the grand scene. Unfortunately, like we said, didn't go that way today. Hey There, you know, played right up against Sam's PB, and there's not a whole lot you can do when that happens.
I'm a little bit scared of Heythere's camera right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna keep things respectful here in this one. I know that in the first match of the tournament, he's playing against Danny Geffen. They're both in a voice call, and after beating Danny Geffen, Heythere literally crawled into bed and put on the covers and just took a little nap at the end of the match while Danny was still playing. A little bit of an interesting trash talk strategy.
Yeah. I'm sure, given they were in a voice call together, that Danny took it as nothing more than, you know, a light rib. Obviously, if the players weren't as familiar with each other, another player might have taken it as pretty disrespectful, but I'm sure that they were just messing around. And they took it as such.
Yeah, no, it's always like a who is it type of deal for sure, whether or not it's within the realm of acceptability.
Of course.
Generally, I mean, I haven't had to have any sort of BM talks with players for a long time, so that's very nice. Actually, I don't think with GSA at all I've had to have any sort of like, please don't be disrespectful talks to anybody, so that's good. I appreciate everybody keeping it civil here.
All right, I think Heythere's VOD has looped back around.
Oh, am I supposed to do the thing?
No, I was just trying to figure out why he randomly whooped back to Seaside. You don't have to do the thing if you don't want.
That's okay. I'm doing the
It
thing.
looks like you're okay. He's doing the thing.
Oh,
Little trouble getting up that block. Oh, having a lot of trouble actually.
all right, so we totally forgot to talk about the importance of cat jams in the first Pillars Escape sequence, so definitely get your jams out in the chat. The last attempt of the day at the cat jams. Let's see them flowing in the chat.
Last race of this entire weekend as we are closing out the group stage. So make sure you get your cat jams out in chat. I will get things started for you. Nice cat jam bomb.
What is that peped? I don't understand that emoji. You know what that is? It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I don't think a dancing frog.
Yeah.
Kind of low resolution. I'm not really a big fan of it.
Samdwidge having a little bit issues in pillars. He didn't knock the first one down.
I don't know who added this peped emoji. I might have to just remove it, to be honest.
Okay, I guess Samdwidge did get that first pillar. I was mistaken. He's going to finish up with a 108. Tough break for Samdwidge here today. Like I said, 2 close losses, or otherwise he might be right in the thick of the playoffs. But unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And Hey There Cool takes the win today. Saren, any closing thoughts on this race?
I think Reese's Puffs have really gone downhill over the years. They used to be my favorite cereal. Super unhealthy, but super tasty. As things progress, I think Cocoa Puffs have surpassed Reese's Puffs. I'm not really sure what's going on, but something about the formula's changed.
I was more of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kid, so I can't speak to the quality of Reese's Puffs, certainly not recently.
And it used to be my go-to. I don't know. I just can't get behind the Reese's Puffs anymore. I understand, you know, the Hey They're Cool, supporting the Reese's Puffs. I get it. I'm not a Reese's Puffs hater. I just wish we could have the good old days of Reese's Puffs back. That's how I feel. I just want to get that out there. But yeah, unfortunately, the last race of the weekend, so we will not have any more SMO action until next Friday. Unless schedulings don't quite line up. Maybe we'll start on Saturday, but probably Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we skipping Christmas? But that's 2 weekends.
We're making the players play on Christmas. This is not a.
I am sure that you do not want to work on Christmas because you'd end up having to restream it.
I'll make one of the other restreamers do it.
Yeah, all 0 of them. I guess Danster restreams sometimes. I don't want to be disrespectful to Dansta.
Dan still lost restream privileges after the one time that his audio broke and we just restreamed a match without audio. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that was a little bit Monka. But either way.
Well, in any event, we want to thank you guys at home for tuning in to this long weekend of any % action. We hope that you're having a great Monday and that this week is a banger. We hope it's a cat jam of a weekend. We hope it's a Reese's Puff cereal of a weekend. The old school, not the new school. Reese's Puff cereal. And we will see you back here possibly Friday, possibly Saturday for continuing coverage of the Mario Odyssey Any % Open on GSA presented by the Urban Arts Partnership. Saren, always a pleasure. Thank you for restreaming.
I love Benny.
All right, peace out, y'all.